Right, the next thing we want to do now in an arithmetic sequence is to be able to now use the formula to find out which term gave us a particular number, or which term is closest to a particular number. In this case, I am just going to use a simple pattern because I want everyone to understand it from the onset. So if they say find the term, which is 98. So they are telling you the term. They are telling you it's 98, and they want you to find out which term is 98. And in other words, they want you to find n. So let's start with the simple pattern. I'm going to just go with a simple pattern. 8, 10, 12, 14. In this case, our D, as you can see, is clearly 2. So if we find our D twice, we're going to get 2. And our A, in this case, is 8. So our general term is going to be Tn is equal to, remember our formula is An bracket D bracket n minus 1. Depending on, if you look in the formula sheet, you should get the formula. So in this case, our general formula is going to be Tn is equal to 8 plus plus D, which is 2, n minus 1. Sorry for that. Now, once we've got our general term, we now need to use the formula. And remember what I said, we are no longer looking for the term, so we are actually looking for the n. So we don't know what n is, but we know that this term which we are looking at is going to be 98. So we replace the Tn with 98 because we are looking for n. This is 8 plus 2 bracket n minus 1. Now I'm just going to solve this. It's a normal equation. So if this is a normal equation, you're going to get 98 minus 8 is equal to 2 bracket n minus 1. Now if that is 98 is equal to 2 bracket n minus 1, I'm going to have 90 is equal to 2 bracket n minus 1. Now I can simplify it in many different ways. So in this case, it will be 90 is equal to 2n minus 2, which then will become 90 minus 2 is equal to 2n. And so it's plus this side, because remember, if we can go back, remember here it's a minus. So when it goes to the other side, it's going to be a plus here, isn't it? So it's going to be 92 is equal to 2n. So n is going to be equal to 92 divided by 2, which is going to be 46, which is equal to n. Now this is a very simple one. Now suppose, say, they gave you a different function and they said, in this particular case, we have minus 3, minus 6, minus 9, minus 12. Now here, if we calculate our D is equal to negative 3, and then also remember we have to do it twice, so I'm not just going to do it because we've had a video earlier on. You can just click on that video and see how we find our D. And our A is equal to negative 3. So A is equal to negative 3, which means if I want my general formula, remember our general formula is A plus D bracket n minus 1, and then we substitute. Our general formula is Tn is equal to negative 3 for A, and plus, I'm just substituting straightforward, and then it's also minus 3 for D, close bracket n minus 1. Now, I'm just going to use this formula the way it is. Notice how I've got the negative 3 in the bracket. I'm not going to be bothered to change it because it's just going to cause me to maybe dilute my formula and dilute it wrongly by simplifying it wrongly. So now let's say they said find which term, and they say to you which term is close to negative 100. Now, if you look at negative 100, and our pattern is going, it's increasing in the negative direction. So we want to find out what number or what term is the term which is going to give us 100. So to do that, we simply substitute. We now substitute. Remember, our general formula is Tn is equal to negative 3. I said there is going to be plus minus 3 close bracket n minus 1. I'm not going to simplify the formula because I just want to keep going and not make too many mistakes. Minus 100. In this case, we are now substituting the term which is 1 minus 100, and you will notice that we'll get minus 3 plus minus 3 in bracket n minus 1 close bracket. Let's put minus 3 in bracket there. Now this minus 3 will come here to be minus 100 plus 3 is equal to, again, now there's no need for you to put this plus, it's now minus 3 close bracket in bracket and then n minus 1. Now this would mean that this is minus 97 is equal to minus 3 in bracket n minus 1. And then the negative 3 will come, negative 97 divided by negative 3. Now I don't have to put it in bracket, this is going to be negative n minus 1. Now if you divide this number carefully, you will find that if I want my n to be negative 97 over negative 3 plus 1 is equal to n. Now if I take out my calculator and then I'm going to work this one out, my answer will be approximately to be 33,333. It's got n. But remember we said which term is closest to. So our n cannot be a decimal. So our answer in this case will become n is equal to, if we round off to the nearest, 33. And that is how we find the closest term. And that would end this particular session.